the hospital type place we have and get, you know, a massage or electronic stimulation or, you know, whatever I need. And then we have practice, which is about 2 hours of, you know, basic strategy and things like that. And after that, we eat. I usually go to the sauna at night. Samsung has a nice sauna. It's nice.
So that's something you always do every day?
I try to. I feel like it helps relax my muscles after all that exercise.
Right.
And then, then I just chill. Usually around 9, they bring in kanjik, like snacks for our whole team. So it's whatever we want.
I'm curious to know, what kind of snacks?
So kanjik is really, that's one of the things that you can tell the difference between the teams. So like, so like I remember when I first came to the Orients, you know, we'd have like,
was it all cookies?
We'd have like chokbar, like, you know, or we'd have like chicken. But at Samsung, it's like, whatever you want. Like, we'll be like, hey, you know, I feel like, so they'll go get, I feel like Chinese. I feel like Chinese. I feel like mandu or tteokbokki or, you know, whatever. They get you whatever you want. So it's cool because it never gets old. We never eat the same kanjik every day. So, yeah.
So they'll go around and actually take an order. It's not your meal, but it's your snack time.
They usually just ask us, like, oh, what do you feel like eating? Or if we have a request, we'll just go talk to the manager. It's pretty cool.
Wow.
Because you know I like food. I love to eat. So.
You do love to eat. So tell me, okay, what is your, how can I say it? How many times do you eat a day? When you're not in training, and your normal, you know, Dan Sandrin or Lee Dong-jun, your normal self, tell me your appetite.
Well, if I'm not training, I'm not as hungry. So like in the off season, you know, I'll typically eat just normal, like every normal person, like 3 meals a day. But when I'm in season and we're doing so much, I have to eat to, otherwise I'll just get skinny and Somalian and just, you know, fly off the map. And especially me as a big man, I have to wrestle with all these other big men. So like definitely breakfast, and then after weights, I usually have a protein shake, which is basically like a meal replacement. And then lunch. I think I eat the most of anybody on our team. Like my plate is always like, and you look at the other players, some of the other players, especially like some of the older players that, and I have a really fast metabolism, so like some of the other players, they don't eat as much, you know, on purpose so they can run, you know.
Who is the other player that doesn't eat as much? Name a player.
Well, especially like as you get older, your metabolism slows down. So a lot of the older players, they don't eat as much as like say a guy like me. And guys that don't play as much in the games, you know, because if you're resting, then you're not burning as many calories.
Right.
And so, and then they don't want the coach to get on their back to like lose weight. But yeah, I'm not going to name any names.
So really, in reality, you eat the most, huh? That's
I would say, just looking around, I would say I eat the most on our team.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you blow a lot of energy too, you know?
Yeah.
That's right. Wow. So do you miss your mom's cooking? Because your parents are in the stateside, right?
Right.
Are they in the U.S.?
Yeah, you know, when I was young, my mom, both my parents worked. So, but my mom had a restaurant. So my mom, my Korean grandmother would cook Korean food at the restaurant. I miss that cooking. But, you know, because both my parents worked, usually it was just me and my brother at home. So we learned how to cook. So more than anything, because we all live together as a team, I miss being at my house, because when I'm at my house, then I get to cook. And I like cooking, and I don't know if it's because I made it, but it seems to taste better to me. I don't know what other people think, but you know, it's like when you make something, it tastes better to you just because you put some effort into it. Yeah. Like today I made breakfast.
What'd you make?
Like bacon, eggs, and hash browns, which is really like simple, you know, just whatever. But, you know, to me it tastes really good because I made it.
So I'm imagining you and your brother in the kitchen, and you're baking an apple pie.
Yeah. People are surprised. Me and my brother, we live together, and ever since we've been in Korea, we've lived together. And that's the one thing a lot of people notice when they come into our house is they, in Korea they say 가정적, and we're very like kind of like homebodies. Like we're always cooking and cleaning. So it's kind of, people think it's a little different from what they would think that we would be doing.
Yeah, actually, because you had to do this when you were in your childhood days, because both your parents were working, so you had to do a lot of cleaning. I can just imagine the amount of food you and your brother went through in your household growing up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So your mom's grocery bills must have been just amazingly.
Well, not only our moms, but all the neighbors. We'd go over to the neighbor's house and eat, and go to the other neighbors and eat. Yeah, we were raised by our whole block.
And that's the height that you've got.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And every once in a while you come over and
doubling
start
up on dinner.
Yeah, eating in me and my neighbor's kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
No, so do you actually cook for other friends too?
Yeah, we don't live in Seoul, so for a lot of people where we live down in Yongin is a little bit far. So we don't get as many guests as when I live closer, like in Bundang. But yeah, every time guests come over, we love it when people come over. We love to cook for people.
Are you cooking more Western food or Korean food?
Well, the thing is, where I live, with my team, we always eat Korean food every day. So when I come home, I want to cook more Western food. But when like in college, when me and Eric lived together in college, we would cook more like stuff that we learned from our mom. Like we'd make, we'd barbecue, like Korean barbecue all the time and stuff like that.
Wow. I'm going to ask this question because, everyone knows that your brother is also a basketball player. So we're going to ask you questions about you and your brother. So who is actually a better cook?
Wow.
Lee Seung-jun or Lee Dong-jun?
I would say my brother would probably say he's the better cook. I don't know, we both like to cook. I mean, ideally when we're cooking, we cook together. So like, say we're making breakfast. I'll be cooking pancakes, Eric will be making bacon and eggs or something like that, It's like, it's really a team effort. But I would say lately my brother does a lot more of the cooking, and I end up doing a lot of the washing the dishes. So that's funny how that works. But no, we both like to cook. It's not about being so much as being great at it. It's about loving to do it and having passion for it. So, yeah.
What's the favorite thing? What's the best thing that you make, you think?
We just like easy stuff, like, or just taking something easy and making it good, like, a good macaroni and cheese, or like making some good fajitas, or, really anything. I mean, just simple things like breakfast food that's really easy to make, like bacon, eggs, and hash browns. I mean, just stuff like that.
So, for example, how many eggs would you eat?
Like this morning I had a 5-egg omelet.
5 eggs?
Yeah.
What about Eric, your brother?
About the same.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you guys would go through one strip of eggs?
Yeah.
A dozen of eggs?
Yeah. Easy. But lately my brother, he hasn't, like me, our play style is different. So normally we both put away a lot of food. But lately, Eric's more of a leaper. He flies, he jumps so high. And what he's discovered, you all kind of like discover things as you play and play. What we've discovered is I play better when I'm heavy. Like, because I'm a bruiser. I like to beat people up and stuff. And yet Eric, he's more fast and he's a flyer. So he, lately, on purpose, he's been